What you're about to see isn't just horror. These videos were uploaded and erased. No explanation, no trace. But a few copies survived. This is the footage. They tried to delete. It happened in September 2022 in a quiet Texas suburb, just another silent, fenced-in neighborhood where nothing ever seemed to go wrong. The man who uploaded the video never revealed his name. The footage simply appeared online under the title 3:14 a.m. doorbell visitor. The video opens with silence. No music. Just the soft rustling of wind and the timestamp 3:14 a.m. The front porch is empty at first, lit only by the Ring doorbell's night vision. The street behind it is still. No cars, no dogs barking, not even crickets. Then she appears. From the left side of the frame, a woman walks slowly into view, barefoot, wearing a light grey nightgown that clings to her like it's wet. Her head is tilted to one side, almost like it's too heavy for her neck. She doesn't knock, doesn't speak. She just stands there, staring directly into the lens, as if she knows someone is watching from the other side. The video plays for nearly 20 seconds in complete silence until it's shattered by a scream. But the scream doesn't come from her. It comes from inside the house. The kind of scream that makes your skin go cold. A deep, blood-curdling, throat-tearing howl, like someone being dragged across a floor. The camera shakes slightly from the force of the sound, and the woman's expression changes. Her mouth twitches. Her head snaps upright. She takes one step forward, then the footage cuts to black. When the video returned online just hours later, it had already been downloaded, re-uploaded, and shared across Reddit and YouTube. People began to speculate. Was it a hoax? A prank? Something more sinister? But then the original uploader responded to a comment. One single reply that changed everything. Someone had asked him, "Why did you take it down the first time?" And his answer, barely visible before the account was deleted, was this: because she came back, and this time she knocked. Since then, the footage has disappeared from major platforms, but a few blurry clips still circulate in deep horror forums, always titled with the same haunting timestamp, 3:14 a.m. In late October 2021, 4 teenagers from Portland, Oregon set out for what they thought would be a weekend of hiking, drinking, and documenting their wild forest trip on camera. Their vlog channel was small, maybe 200 subscribers, but the footage they uploaded from that night would spread across the internet like wildfire, and then vanish just as quickly. The video begins like any other outdoor vlog: messy laughter, awkward camera angles, shaky footage of a campfire, and teenage voices cracking jokes in the dark. You can hear cans opening, someone's playing music from their phone. The forest around them is dense but calm. Then, the timestamp jumps to 2:06 a.m. The laughter stops. One of the teens, Troy, whispers that he heard something outside the tent. The camera picks up the sound, just barely. A low, gravelly growl, almost too deep to be an animal and too close to be the wind. The footage becomes shaky. They unzip the tent, step outside with a flashlight. Everything looks normal at first. The fire has burned low, but then a shape flickers in the trees beyond it, just tall enough to be a person, but wrong. The flashlight hits it for a second. It's not a bear, not a man, just tall, stretching unnaturally, head tilted like it's listening. Then the camera jerks violently. Someone yells. You hear heavy breathing, fabric tearing, something running. One of the girls screams, "Don't look at it!" The footage goes black for 6 full seconds. When it cuts back in, you're staring straight at the fire. Only one person is in frame, Troy. He's crouched down, whispering, "It's in the trees. Don't move." And then, static. The clip ends. Within hours, the video was deleted. But before it vanished, someone had screen recorded 17 seconds of it. That's all that remains. Reddit users tried to find the original source, but the YouTube account was gone. The only trace left behind was a screenshot of Troy's channel banner. In small, pixelated text, it read, "They found us." In 2018, a woman named Rachel moved into a small apartment in Trenton, New Jersey. She was a collector of vintage things, typewriters, rotary phones, Polaroid cameras, and had recently found a used VCR at a thrift store. The same day, she picked up a stack of VHS tapes bundled with rubber bands. Most were old cartoons and sitcoms, but one tape stood out. It had no cover, just a white sticker that read in faded pen, "Birthday 1992. She loaded it into the player that night, expecting to see some nostalgic home video. And for the first 2 minutes, that's exactly what it was. A little girl blowing out candles, smiling faces, cheap plastic party hats, all filmed with shaky camcorder footage. But then the screen flickered. The footage jumped. A jarring cut placed the viewer in a completely different location, what looked like a basement. Dim lighting, brick walls, a bare bulb swinging overhead, flickering. There was no sound at first. Then, faint whispering. It wasn't in English, and it wasn't in a normal voice. It sounded reversed, distorted, like something was trying to speak backward. In the corner of the frame stood a man, tall, motionless, wearing a suit too clean for the rest of the scene. Behind him, barely visible in the shadows, something hung from the ceiling. Upside down. A child. The footage zoomed in slowly, as if the camera had a mind of its own. But before the child's face became clear, the video snapped. Static swallowed the screen. Rachel ejected the tape. She sat frozen. Was it a prank? A homemade horror film? But that whispering voice, it hadn't come from the speakers. It had come from behind her. That same night, Rachel received a voicemail. No caller ID, just silence for 4 seconds. Then a single phrase, deep and metallic. "Put it back." She deleted the video she had recorded and never touched the tape again. A few weeks later, someone uploaded a blurry clip of that same footage to an obscure horror forum. That file, too, disappeared within 24 hours. Some say the man in the basement wasn't recorded. He was watching back.